What's up everyone, it's Kelly and today I've got another swatch review for you. So today I'm partnering up with KBShimmer to show you their brand new spring 2022 collection, which is called the Lounge Set. Before we get into it, just to take a quick step back, if you haven't heard of KBShimmer before, they are an independent nail polish brand that is based out of the US. They are fave free, meaning they are free of 5 of the potentially harmful ingredients that are often found in nail polish. They are vegan, meaning they do not use any animal-derived ingredients, and they are cruelty free, meaning they do not test their products on animals. So we've got 9 polishes to go over today, and they all have a flash reactive finish. So what that means is they have this super reflective sparkle, and it's especially noticeable with direct light like a camera flash or a flashlight or the sunlight, but it looks especially wild on camera. It really reminds me of like super reflective street signs, you know, at night when your lights hit the street sign and they're super reflective. That's how flash reactive pigment looks to me. So yeah, we've got a bunch of exciting colors, and all of them actually have duochrome shimmers as well, so I think they're super unique. And they also just released a glitter smoothing top coat, which I'm going to talk about after the swatches. So yeah, let's dive into the swatches, then we'll talk a little bit more about pricing, availability. I'll let you know about the glitter smoothing top coat. So let's roll the footage. So as with all of my swatch and review videos, I am going to be using base coat underneath all of my swatches just to protect my natural nail and prevent any stains. Today I am using the KBShimmer Ridge Filling base coat, so I'll link that one down below. So let's start off with this first shade, Drawn to You, and this one is a super light periwinkle base that has a duochrome shimmer in it. So head on, it kind of shifts from orangey gold into like reddish pink, but at more extreme angles you can actually also see yellow and green, so definitely a lot of color going on in this shade. And then of course we have that silver reflective pigment, which even in my regular lighting you can see it really sparkles. And I was also just super impressed with the opacity. Even though this is a light shade, just on the first stroke I could see so much opacity. It was pretty much there in the first coat. So with all of the polishes, I also wanted to show you what they looked like with my phone flash. So this is just a relatively low quality recording of what it looks like through my phone camera. It just looks so unreal, almost like cartoonish. Moving on, we have the shade Novel Idea, and this one is a very cool toned purple. It almost has a little bit of a blue tinge to it, and it also has a duochrome shimmer, so you can see just looking directly on the nail, it shifts from green into this orangey gold color again, and then again at extreme angles I can see even more color, so there's almost like a blue shift going on as well. And then we also have that silver reflective pigment, and again just super opaque, a nice thick formula, really easy to work with. I ended up doing 2 coats for all of my swatches, but honestly I would wear these in 1 coat. I'm actually wearing 1 coat in the intro and outro, but I'll show you what color that is in just a minute. But yeah, just really stunning. Again, I wanted to show you what it looked like with the phone flash. On camera it was reading super purple, as you can see, and that silver flash just came up so strong. It's really fun to play with, especially when I'm looking at it through the phone. Next up we have the shade Love You Brunches, and this is the type of shade I always absolutely fall for, so I was really excited when I saw it. It's this really beautiful, again, cool toned purple, and then we have this really intense coppery duochrome shimmer in there. As you guys probably know, I really love purple nail polish, but there is just something about this very cool toned purple that just speaks to me. Every time I see it in a polish I absolutely love it, especially when it's paired with a contrasting shimmer like this. Just stunning. Again, even just in my regular lighting you can see so much sparkle. These reflective pigments just catch the light so beautifully. I think it's really fun to wear them, and I think having that duochrome shimmer in each one also makes it pretty interesting when you're not in the light, so there's still a lot going on with the polish. So again, here it is in the light with my phone flash, and you can see again it just kind of leans really purple, and you just see that silver sparkle reflecting back at you. Next up we have the shade There's a Nap for That, which is a very clever name, very much appreciated. This is actually the shade that I'm wearing in the intro and outro, and like I said, I'm only wearing 1 coat, and it gave me perfect opacity because these polishes are really opaque, which I also think is very impressive for reflective polishes. I think the majority of the brands that I've tried with this flash reactive pigment tend to be a little bit less opaque, so that's one of the reasons why I absolutely adore the KBShimmer version. But yeah, this is a really beautiful fuchsia base. It has a very warm reddish orange duochrome shimmer running throughout, and then that silver reflection just makes it look so fun. I love these contrasting shimmers where it's like a cool base and a warm shimmer, and I think this is just the perfect combination here. So here it is with my phone flash. Once again, you can see that fuchsia pinky color really coming through on camera, and it's just so sparkly. It really does look cartoonish to me. Moving on, we have the shade of Quartz, and this one is a super light, dusty, cool toned pink base, and then we have a really intense shimmer running throughout. So looking at it head on, it looks almost like an orangey yellow duochrome, but again, at extreme angles, I see a lot more color. There's definitely some green and even blue in there, so really fun combination. Of course, it also does have that reflective pigment, and again, I was just really wowed at how opaque this was, even in the first coat. I know that this is a very packed formula, but for some reason I was still expecting in my mind, since it's almost this like pastel base color, that it was gonna take many coats to get opaque, but it was really there in the first. Of course, I'm showing you two just so you can see what that looked like, and then I also wanted to show you with the phone flash so you can see just how sparkly it is. I think it's so funny, this shade and the next shade, they almost seem like they're like tame, simple colors, but then once you throw that flash on, it just looks like a real party on the nails. Next up, we have the shade Self-Reflection, and this one's a really interesting color. I'm not 100% sure how to describe it, but I would say it's mostly a champagne base, and then we have this really intense shimmer running throughout that shifts from gold to orange and then even into yellow at more extreme angles. And of course, we also have the reflective pigment, but this one actually feels like a little bit of a callback to one of their holiday 2021 shades. The color Fizz the Season I thought was absolutely stunning, and it was a very similar color and similar duochrome shimmer, but now we have this intense reflective version of it, and again, it's just so opaque. I feel like even in the first coat, I was able to get that full coverage, and I could just wear it as a one coater. I also thought it was really interesting that on my phone camera with flash, it almost reads like a pure silver reflective polish, but there's just so much warmth in real life. It's really a very vibrant shade. Next up, we have the shade Mask Me Again. I was really excited about this one as well because it is this very intense chartreuse greenish yellow base, and then we have this very contrasting shimmer in there. It's another duochrome. It shifts from this vibrant pinky color into orange and then into yellow as well, and I just love this color combination. I think that is such a fun pairing. Like the pink and the chartreuse for some reason just work so well in my brain, but I also love polishes like this that in my head I refer to as ugly pretty colors, because there's just something so unique about this color combination, and I know it's either a love it or hate it thing, but for me, for some reason, I just think it looks so beautiful, and it's always very eye-catching to me. So definitely appreciated this one. Super pretty. Again, showing you with that camera flash, and you can see that chartreuse color really well, but even with my phone camera, you could also pick up that pinky shimmer. It's just a really beautiful contrast. Next up, we have the shade I Need You Now, and this one is a really beautiful minty turquoise color in the base, and then we have this really intense shimmer running throughout that shifts from green to blue and then also to purple. So my camera wasn't able to pick up that purple shift in that duochrome shimmer, but in real life it is just so beautiful and vibrant, and I really loved that addition. I think it just made this polish look a little mermaidy to me, so really gorgeous. I love that vibrant greenish blue shimmer in there as well when you're looking at it head on, and of course we have that super reflective pigment, and on camera it again kind of looked a little bit silver with that reflective flash in there, but you can see a little bit of that like greenish minty color coming through as well. So this one was almost there in the first coat, but I did need a second to fully cover the nail. And last but definitely not least, we have the shade Lounging Around, and this is another color that as soon as I saw it in the bottle I instantly fell in love. It's this really intense blue base base that has a blue duochrome shimmer running throughout. So it shifts from this almost turquoise teal color into an intense blue and then again into that purple color. And again, the purple was just not picking up on camera, but it looked so beautiful in real life. I love this combination. I think it looks so pretty and summery and tropical. There's just something very fun about how vibrant and saturated it is. And then of course we've got that reflective pigment that just adds such a glow to the color as well. And here it is through my phone's camera flash again. It just looks so blue and sparkly. This kind of color, I'm just so curious to see what this would look like underwater, because this is another shade that would make me feel like a mermaid when I wear it. So here are all of the polishes together, and honestly, I love every single one of them. I love these color combinations. I love the base colors, but I especially love them paired with the duochrome shimmers. I think they just make such a unique set of colors, and I also really appreciate this color story for spring. I think it's so vibrant. I think it's really fun, and that reflective pigment is making me excited for warmer weather and sunny days, because I'm just excited to see what my nails will look like in the sunlight and how sparkly and reflective they'll be. So overall, a huge win for me. Absolutely loved every single one. So yeah, those are the polishes, and honestly, I cannot get enough of this flash reactive trend. I think it's such a cool thing to add into nail polish, and all of these polishes are just super sparkly. They're really pretty, and I just love the formula of them. I think KBShimmer has really nailed the reflective formula, and I think the addition of the duochrome shimmers in there also makes them really pretty even in low lighting where you don't get that flash. So I'm just really impressed with these. I also think that KBShimmer in general is incredibly affordable, especially for being an indie brand. They just add so much pigment, so much opacity. It's like really high quality, and their polishes are very affordable and in pretty big bottles. So they do have 15 milliliter bottles. They also have a wide flat brush with a rounded tip. That's my personal favorite. I think it just makes application super easy, and the polishes retail for $11 USD each. So now let's talk about this new top coat. They have a brand new one called Smooth Moves, and it's a glitter smoothing top coat. So flash reactive polishes are really glitter heavy, and they tend to dry to a little bit of a textured, almost like sandpapery finish, and that's also the case with regular glitter polishes. And sometimes top coat just doesn't smooth it out. Sometimes once the top coat dries, it still feels a little lumpy and bumpy, and even a lot of times with 2 coats of top coat, it's just not enough. So KBShimmer came out with this Smooth Moves top coat. It's specifically meant for smoothing out glitter manicures, and it's really easy to use. Basically, you just let your manicure fully dry it, then you apply a coat of Smooth Moves, you let that dry, and then you can top it off with your favorite quick dry top coat. And also, side note, if you're picking up base and top coats anyway, the KBShimmer Clearly on Top quick dry top coat is one of my favorites of all time. It's actually one of the first quick dry top coats I ever used, and I absolutely love it. It's super affordable as well. I believe their top coats retail for $6.50 USD each. And one last thing, if you're making an order anyway, I may as well tell you, the cleanup brush that I have been using for at least the last year is the KBShimmer cleanup brush. I absolutely love it, so I'm gonna link that down in the description as well. But yeah, that's it for my thoughts. I would love to hear from you guys. What do you think of this collection? What do you think of this flash reactive pigment? Which color is your favorite? Let me know in the comments. We can chat about it. If you enjoy my swatch and review videos, please give this one a thumbs up. It lets me know I'm doing a good job. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, please consider subscribing. I put out new videos every Tuesday, Friday, and Sunday. Huge shout out to my Cosmic Admirals on Patreon, Amanda M, Rocky Man's daughter, and Paula. I really appreciate your support, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye. Today's fun fact question comes from Patreon supporter Priscilla, and Priscilla wants to know, did you have a favorite spring break vacation? If not, what would an ideal week off in the middle of March look like for you? I've been saving this question because I actually just went on vacation. I don't think I realized that my voice was hoarse until I started filming this video. Hopefully it doesn't sound too weird, but now that I'm talking, I feel like in my head, it sounds very hoarse. But yeah, I actually just got back from vacation. I flew on a plane for the first time since like 2018. I went to the Bahamas, which I haven't traveled outside of the country since 2015. So it's been definitely a really long time. It was an incredible experience. I actually did vlog it on my second channel, so I will link that up in the cards if anybody wants to see. But yeah, I feel like that was the first time in at least a decade that I have gone on like a spring break vacation, and it was such a good time. It was really nice to just get away from everything and just be in the warmth. And it was especially nice because apparently it snowed in New Jersey twice while I was gone. That was my ideal vacation. just like sitting by the pool, being in the sunshine, reading a book, and doing almost nothing. That's just my perfect vacation. If anybody wants to share their favorite spring break vacation they've ever done, you can also leave that in the comments because I always love hearing your stories. And that is it, and I'll see you all in my next video. Bye!